Well, you know what? I have some in storage, and I recently, I guess about 9 months ago, got off of eBay a Betamax machine.
Wow.
Because everything I recorded was on Beta because it was hi-fi. And it's acting up, so I'm going to have to find another machine somewhere, you know.
Who knew you could still find a Betamax?
Well, like I said, eBay. You just have to eBay it.
Wow.
So, because I got all those shows, I consider them now legacy shows, on the Betamax.
Yeah, because now for me, if I were to find some old video vibrations tapes, for me, it'd be like a kid in a candy store. I'll be like, okay, I'm just going to watch this, just give me some food and a shower and stuff, and I'm good.
I tell you what I'm going to do. Once I get them done and I'm able to pull them and convert them to DVD, you'll get copies.
Wow.
You'll get copies.
Wow. Boy, when I get that, trust me, it'll be like Christmas. It would be like Christmas for me, like, Ma, look what I got, video vibrations. Like, you going to class today? Yeah, what time you get out? I got 3:15. You want to go shoot ball? Nah, man, I'm going to be watching video vibrations. Man, you always watching video vibrations, like, man, yo, don't disturb me, man, I'm watching my stuff. So, sincerely, I appreciate you doing that for a young buck in the business still trying to make a name for himself.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. Once I get it, the next time I stay at a real nice hotel, like Ritz-Carlton or Four Seasons or something like that, I'll get a Do Not Disturb sign and I'll send it with a copy of the DVDs.
Oh, boy, yeah. Now, do you still keep in touch with Mr. Green Eyes, Donnie Simpson?
I saw Donnie not long ago. I had to do, because I do video production. My company is Alvin Jones Communications and AJ Productions. And for Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick, who is the congresswoman from Detroit, and she's also the mother of Kwame Kilpatrick, who is the mayor. They were doing like a little salute for her, so I went and did an interview with Donnie for this piece that they were putting together. So I had a chance to see him. Jeff Newman, who is the senior producer for Video Soul and the department, is working over there, and it worked out pretty well. Matter of fact, I saw Michelle Wright, who used to be on Tell Me Something Good part-time. So it was good to see him. Very good people. And it's interesting because his son, DJ, and his daughter, Donna, are now grown. And I remember they were like little kids, and now they're just grown people. And Dawn's as beautiful as her mom and the whole 9 yards. So it's just interesting to see how time has just kept going.
Now, how do you feel about the current state of BET? Because a lot of people saying we want BET to go back to that period of Video Soul, Soft Notes, Video Vibrations, Teen Summit, the news show that they have on. Can't quite recall the name of the show off the top of my head, because to me, honestly, I feel BET has lost some of its luster that it had during that period in BET. I hardly watch BET anymore.
Well, you know, the problem is that audiences start to skew younger, and that was one of the problems. Is that, you know, and you always find this in the scenario. At first, it was BET because that's all we had, and then things start developing, and you know, Donnie gets older, I get older, Sherry Carter gets older, and then you start having to have young blood and fresh folks in. And one of the things that I keep trying to, and I'm on the fence with, is it that the quality has gone, or is it that with each new generation they want something totally different that we as the older generation don't agree with? And I'll tell you why I look at it that way. Elvis Presley was selling music when Perry Como was winning Grammys. With Elvis Presley, they would not show him from the waist down in the South because they didn't want anybody to see him shaking his behind. They thought that was vulgar. So is it that things have just got totally wild and out of place, or is it just as a generation? Because do you remember movies like Beach Blanket Bingo and How to Stuff a Wild Bikini?
Mm-hmm.
With, you know, Annette Funicello and
Frankie Avalon.
Right. All of those shows had scantily clad kids in bikinis shaking their butt. If you think about James Bond doing Sean Connery, you know, what was the girl's name? Pussy Galore and all these other things. So is it that we've changed, or is it that as we get older, those things we kind of look at and go, oh, that's not too mature?
Right, definitely, because I definitely kind of feel like somebody my age, I'm only 21, so I'm kind of like in the rock and the hard place. Got an appreciation for the old stuff. You don't want to be too old, and you definitely don't want to be too young. So for me, it's like I'm kind of stuck in the middle, or is it like I'm one of those rare ones that gets the two?
But you know what? I was that same way because I was doing Quiet Storm playing Freddie Jackson, but I knew who Jesse Belvin was. I liked Nat King Cole. And it's interesting because in the business that we're in, to be really successful, and that's why I realize you're going to be successful, you have to be able to bridge a gap so that you understand the whole aspect of the music. Because really, you have to be a musicologist. You can't just know music that happened today. It's kind of like wanting to be a pilot, you know, an airplane pilot, and not knowing about the B-52 or the P-51 or the DC-3, or not knowing who Orville and Wilbur Wright were. You can't really be in a business that you don't understand the business, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. I definitely get that. Now, BT has been in the press recently because one of the shows that they're airing is called Hot Ghetto Mess.
Ghetto Mess, yeah.
Now tell me about that. How you feel about that fiasco and the way BT is going with Reggie Hutland? That's
yeah. They're saying that they're bringing issue to this and want to bring it out. I'm like, we really don't need this.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and it's not just BET, it's just media today. Media tries to be as controversial as possible. Some of the things that we could not get away with years ago, it's just because. I mean, look at Jerry Springer. Look at Maury Povich. And really, if you think about it, what's the difference between Jerry Springer and Maury Povich as compared to All My Children, Young and the Restless? The only difference is the people look a lot better in the soap operas, because there was always backstabbing, who's going behind whose back, who's trying to take whose child away, who's sleeping with whose wife or husband. Same thing on Jerry Springer, same thing on Maury Povich. Mm-hmm. The difference is the soap operas, everybody looks good.
Yeah, I could definitely attest to that, because looking at Maury, I admit, Guilty Pleasure TV show, Who the Baby Daddy, he does that 7 days of the week, and some of the people, they look trailer park trash, ham sandwich, a hot expletive mess, which I can't say on the air. Now, do you have any advice for anybody that wants to get into any form of broadcasting, whether it be radio, TV?